Look at us. It's like we're in simpatico or something.
Except that I don't even have my earphones on.
Well, it's fine. You're good.
Mic's up.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Third-ish.
Third cast. We've changed our
third
whole thing.
Casters.
Well, that's kind of cute.
That's really cute.
It's just weird.
And hi. Welcome to 30ish.
Yes.
I'm Brie.
I'm Shay, and it's a nice snowy morning outside.
It is so fucking snowy.
It is
today.
It's nice though. It's very Harry Potter watching all the movies weather.
It is.
Because I'm
that's
a nerd.
what I'm going to do when I get home. Is watch movies.
Oh, that's fair. I was like, such a liar. You're not going to go home and watch Harry Potter?
Yeah, I am, bitch. Maybe not Harry.
Yeah, I know. That's what he just said.
Oh, got it.
Whatever. It's fine. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. I'm getting ready for a road trip to California tomorrow.
Exciting.
Which hopefully the roads are clear for me.
And then what are you doing in California?
I'm gonna go visit where I'm from on the Central Coast, which is a real place.
I know.
Oh, my hair is looking good.
I know it is. It's like that messy kind of bun without having the bun.
Yeah, it's like a messy mullet. Lion's mane. Yeah, so going to where I used to live in Arroyo Grande, California. And then going down south to Riverside for my cousin's wedding that I'm officiating.
Which I would love for you to officiate my wedding.
I will. It might be my new favorite thing to do.
Are you excited? Do you have your like little speech?
I'm ordained. I don't have my speech ready yet, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
You can wing it. You're really good at that.
I'm going to be fine.
No, I know. You'll be fine.
It's going to be
It's going to be great.
I think.
No, it's going to be great.
And yeah, I've never done that before, so it should be fun.
Hey, you're
and I'm
30-ish,
ordained.
learning new shit every single day.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag Reverend Brie, because that's what the email of the place that I ordained myself with online called me in another email the other day. They were like, hello, Reverend Brie. And I was like, is that legit? Am I a reverend now?
You
because
are.
I took 4 minutes to put my info.
You can go start saving people.
A registrar?
100%.
Is that what the word is?
A registrar?
I like it though.
Well, you can say that now like a reverend, so it's fine.
Reverend registrar. Anywho, how are you?
I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm not doing anything fancy like that, but, you know.
You can't be as fancy as Brie all
There's got to be common people, you know? There's got to be common people.
You got to bring us down to earth, Shay.
I do. I'm that gravity.
You're just grounding us.
I'm totally... That's just what I do. No.
You're like the John Mayer song that I love so much.
No, I do like banana pancakes. I don't. Those are foul.
That's Jack Johnson.
Whatever. They're all the same person. No. Yeah, it's fine. But yes, I didn't do anything.
We won't talk about that.
Okay, we won't. Yeah, so it wasn't anything exciting. So yeah.
Well, you're eating some soup right now, which has never happened on the podcast.
I know. It's because I got hungry and I was like, well, I haven't eaten anything today. So.
And I was an hour or two late, like
fine.
I usually am.
You're fine. And if we're going to start drinking, I got to eat a little bit. So, you know.
got to chase your vodka with
I'm
your
not
soup.
29 anymore. So.
Soup of the day, vodka tonics.
100%.
And by tonics, I mean sparkling mineral water,
It's super
Topo Chico.
snowy outside, so we decided to just make it super simple this time.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to do anything crazy. We could have made something really fun and
you were like a little bobsled coming here, so
I literally was in my Honda Civic. I was like leading the way on the road.
Which is weird because you're just a little Honda Civic. But
there was a fucking huge Jeep that I passed.
You probably were like, you know what? I hope somebody just hits me and totals my car because it would do me such a big favor.
And then I get hurt a little bit and then I get more money.
It's fine.
No, we're not
I do
talking
not.
about
I'm not
that.
manifesting that at all.
I'm about to go on a road trip across the country.
But not in the snow, so it's fine. Anyway, so we're drinking that.
So we're drinking Topo Chico lime. And vodka, of course.
Of course. And then
what did you roll?
We're both talking about food.
We both rolled food. Y'all ready to get hungry?
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get hungry with mine. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's not about murder. Don't even worry about it. Been there, done that.
It's like the worst food that's ever been
Actually,
put on
kind
the
of, yeah. In
shelves.
my opinion, yes.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Mine is maybe going to make you hungry. It made me hungry when I was researching.
Then it probably going to make everyone hungry.
I guess we should just get into it.
Let's just
because we got shit to do.
Yeah.
But we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll catch you after our dice roll.
Always.
Bye-bye.
Nothing back
I
here.
know, that was weird.
Weird.
All right.
Here we go.
Welcome back. Did
I'm
you
excited
like the
for yours.
dice roll sound? Good.
Always.
It sounds so dicey.
So dicey.
All right. Well, today I'm talking food. And today I'm going to be talking about the food of Dia de los Muertos.
Ooh.
Because I'm obsessed with that holiday. And I was like,
That
you
would
know
have.
what?
You're right.
The food's good. And that's what it's mainly about.
That would have been a great one to do tequila shots with.
I know. I was like, Shay, do you have tequila? Because if we just had tequila shots, it would be fine.
Nope. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to it.
Which I'll tell. Oh, you are?
I'm not like deathly. Like I'll do the shots. Like I'm not a vagina, but like, I get really itchy like on my insides. Like not any specific region, but like, just where do you get itchy? No, like I just in like the like weird shit, like 30-year-old shit, like the back of my kneecap sure when I take the
Why
tequila
is my
shots.
chest so warm?
It's so bizarre. So yeah, I just don't. It doesn't agree with me real well.
Yeah, okay. I don't. That's always not my.
Yeah,
that's not my
I just
first
yeah, that
choice.
makes me like want to gag. So I can do. I'd rather. My choice of shots is whiskey, and you taught me that at Vino.
Yes.
You did. Anyway, go on.
All right, so we're talking Dia de los Muertos and the food of it because that's like besides celebrating your past ancestors and family members that have died, it's about the food.
The Hispanics
you eat
know
and party
how to
with.
freaking celebrate, man.
Dude, this is like my favorite holiday
It's amazing.
of all time. And next year I'm doing a Dia de los Muertos celebration. Okay. And I'm gonna have people bring
I saw
pictures for
your
their
friend
ofrenda.
Mitch he did something on one of his
Yeah,
stories. I
his-
was like, that's fucking badass. Like,
his
man.
roommate set that up, but they like did that to it's like him and his
super
roommate.
cool.
I know, I was like, good on you, Mitch. I don't know if you listen anymore,
Yeah,
but
but you fucking forward thinker.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I thought it was neat.
That's cool.
It's
Anyway,
like
go on.
picture of Kobe Bryant on there too.
I know,
Saw that.
I thought it was amazing.
It was.
Very well done.
All right, so if you don't know about Dia de los Muertos, it means Day of the Dead, and we did talk a little bit about it in my little Halloween episode.
I mean, let's be real. Every time that Pixar makes a movie about something like that, everybody knows about it.
That's
so
true.
Just go watch Coco and you'll be fine.
Dude, Coco is the best. If you haven't seen
is.
it and you're like, I don't know if I want to watch that.
No, it's
fucking
just,
watch
it's
it.
really, the animation is just, oh my god.
And it's so good.
It is good. Anyway,
Mama Coco. Anyway. Okay, so
I have a weird story about that, actually.
So, Dia de los Muertos. Oh, you do? Mama Coco?
Well, we were watching it the day my great uncle passed away. And I was like, oh, it's kind of fitting.
Wow.
And sweet. So it always has like a little special place in my heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That
Anyway.
is kind of...
Yeah, so we didn't know, but he was still alive, but like, and then we went in to check on him and he was gone. Yeah.
Wow.
Weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't we do this? Like, why don't we celebrate our
It's like
ancestors?
it's
We're
a
just
taboo, so you just
Yeah.
don't, you know.
I mean, I know why, but...
Right.
I mean,
But
whatever.
anyway, go on.
Okay, so Dia de los Muertos is Mexico's Day of the Dead, and it occurs from October 31st to November 2nd. So it's like, the All Souls, All Saints, it's like Mexico's version of that celebration, but not the same.
Right. That makes sense.
And the tradition is rooted in native Mexican belief that life on Earth is a preparation for the next world and of the importance of maintaining a strong relationship with the dead. And that's fucking beautiful.
Right.
I think that's cool.
That
as
is
fuck.
really pretty.
And I believe you can still have, I am a believer that we don't just like sit in the ground when we die
just
at
dust
all.
in the wind.
I think our spirits go somewhere. We got souls going somewhere.
We got business. We got things to do.
We got other things to do, other lives to live.
That is actually very true.
So the tradition predates the Spanish invasion of Mexico, and the celebration roots in indigenous Aztec ritual. And of course, the Spanish invaders, when they invaded, changed the celebrations from a month-long summer festival to a shorter festival that synchronized with the Catholic holidays, of course.
Of course.
And they also changed some of the more morbid, quote-unquote, traditions that they considered morbid.
Gotta whitewash it a little bit.
Yeah, but we'll talk a little bit. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
So one of the most sacred customs of this holiday is the preparation of altars that serve as a tribute to our loved ones that have passed, or your past ancestors, or whoever. These are called ofrendas. Also, if you want to slap me for trying to have my Spanish accent,
no, I love it. You should always do it.
Tell me if I'm
nope, just do it. Nope, you're not being offensive. Because you're doing it in the correct context, so it's fine.
And I love.
Don't overthink it.
The Spanish language. I want to talk about it more.
100%.
I miss working in the kitchen because I used to remember so much more.
Right.
Anywho, so these ofrendas are decorated with things that the person loved during their life, and then food is a crucial and main component of these altars, and it's like the star of the Day of the Dead celebrations as a whole, is people coming together and sharing food in celebration of their past loved ones.
Right.
During this time, people adorn these altars with marigold flowers. They burn copal, which is an incense. Some of the foods, which I'll talk about a little later, but pan de muerto, fruits, candles, sugar, chocolate skulls. There's photographs on these altars and different mementos of those that have passed. And it's also decorated very colorfully, and it's just like, it's supposed to be like
life. It's supposed to be
it's celebrating their life. And the food on these ofrendas vary depending on which region you're in. And the holiday showcases a mix of savory dishes, sweet treats, and again, including bright colors and spices, and just depending on what part of the country you're in. And because the Day of the Dead is about celebrating and not mourning, the food is a part of the event in the way that it would be for like a party or a reunion. So they just celebrate like they were just having a party.
Right.
Normally. One of my favorite PBS chefs, Patty Yanich. I don't know how to say her last name. I don't know if anyone watches PBS ever.
I do not, but I love that that's what you watch.
She is from Mexico City, I think, and she makes very delicious, wonderful Mexican cuisine on her show, and I fucking love her. Anyways, she says, it's not a funeral, it's not morbid, and it's not about being spooky. It's about joy and color and flavor and celebration, all the mixed emotions, which is a beautiful fucking...
It is.
Thing.
Yes,
I love it. I love it so much. And so, without further ado, let's talk about the food, okay?
Yes, I like it.
So the first and most prominent food that you can find almost on no matter what region you're in, is pan de muerto, which means bread of the dead. And it's also known as pan dulce, or sweet bread.
Which sometimes does taste like the bread of the dead, let's just be real.
Oh, does it?
Well, it depends on like what bakery you go to. Sometimes you're just like, I don't like this. This is only a dead person would like this. It's essentially what that is. No offense, but like sometimes there's just like...
Sometimes it's not made as well as it should.
Right. It's just there's not as much like flavor to it, and then it feels really stale. So you're like, I don't like that.
Well, I'll tell you what it's supposed to be like.
Perfect. Let it rip.
It's very much supposed to be like brioche, technically. It's a very spongy, yeast-based, eggy bread. And it also incorporates orange blossom water, which is fucking delicious.
Interesting.
But
definitely had any of those. I have never had bread that good, pan dulce like that.
Well, let's make some, Shay.
You should.
We're gonna miss. Fun to make. We're gonna miss the holiday.
That's okay.
We can do it late.
We can still make it.
We'll do it for next year.
Okay.
And then it'll be stale and
be perfect texture. It will. Yes, I love it.
Nowadays, people put kind of whatever they want in it. Just market it even more. Like you can find it like with Nutella and shit in it, but that ain't fucking traditional. So stick with the orange blossom water. All right. That's
fair.
Some believe that this bread used to, according to different historians, the bread used to contain blood of human sacrifices, and it was used as an offering to the god way back in the day. That's one of the things the Spaniards changed, I think.
They were like, that's a little too rough for the kids.
Yeah, so during the colonial times, the Spanish heard about this and changed the recipe so it no longer contained dead people's blood.
But it makes... Jesus Christ. But that makes sense, though. I mean, they were people, like, just, like, hacking off people's heads to... Like,
I gotta make pan de muerto, like, you gotta go.
Like rolling down the... Was it Aztecs or Incans that were doing that?
The Aztecs.
Was it the Aztecs?
Mayans.
No, it might be the Mayans, you're right. So
they were just chopping heads off. I think the Aztecs probably did that too. Sorry, that's not in my research today.
That's fine.
So, it also used to be made out of amaranth flour. But the amaranth was replaced with wheat flour, and the top was sprinkled with sugar turned red, like red dyed sugar, which symbolized blood, but they didn't have to use the real blood anymore.
Wasn't even real.
I know, fucking posers.
All right, there was probably like, somebody old enough that was like, you know what? Back in my day, they used real fucking blood, and they're like, okay, Grandpa, whatever. Yeah. They were using real blood.
They did. Also, if you've ever seen it, it usually has like a circle in the middle, and then it has like 3 elongated pieces of dough. I mean, it's all baked, but like it's like has longer pieces of dough coming out from the circle, and the circle actually represents a skull, and the elongated pieces are supposed to represent bones. Okay. And actually, those are apparently the most coveted parts of the pan de muerto because they're so doughy and yummy. Okay. Not the real skull and bones,
right? Just
and sometimes you'll see them with sesame seeds on top instead of sugar, and that's actually a tradition of the state of Puebla. Just so you know.
Interesting. All right.
And that's where Paola's from. One of our favorite.
Good on you, little Paola. So yes, she's awesome.
And
I'm still really sorry that I didn't wave at you at the grocery store. I really didn't see you. I feel still real bad, and I think about that all the time. Even though you probably don't listen to this, but it's fine.
Oh, she listens. Actually, I don't know if she does. She should, though. I think
she's a busy lady.
Think it was hilarious.
She probably would, but she's a busy lady.
She got a baby
with
now.
A baby, yeah.
Anyways, that's Paola.
Yeah.
So in Oaxaca, it's a completely different shape and actually features a quote-unquote corpse inside. And so the Oaxacan variety is made with extra egg yolks and has an anthropomorphic design. Remember that word, guys?
It's a dragon.
But it's complete with a little edible doll that represents the dead, which is kind of creepy as fuck.
Damn.
And literally, like, I saw this picture of it, and it's like the candy head like pops out of the bread, and then like the rest of it's like inside the bread, but like I don't know.
Is it like that? Okay, did you ever remember like there was like a cake or it was like maybe a bread that had like little babies in it? Mm-hmm. Is it like that?
I guess in a way that's like like a Mardi Gras thing.
Right. So I wonder if that was like a spin-off from that bread.
Yeah,
and you just find it and you're like choking. Like I don't know whose idea.
This one's edible. I don't think those ones are.
The babies?
Think the ones in the babies in the...
No, which I always thought it was really weird because I'm like, wait, so you're giving a bunch of drunken idiots a bread and then there's like little baby...
Rubber babies
that you could probably choke on inside? Like, that sounds great. That sounds like amazing.
Perfect. That's how they keep the population down.
100%. They have to.
Just kidding.
They gotta slow down the fucking... Jesus.
That is not a true statement if anyone thought it was. And anyway, So, as you'll see, many of the holiday meals vary greatly by region, like I said before, but the one truly unifying Day of the Dead dish is pan de muerto. You'll pretty much always find it anywhere you go.
Okay.
Just maybe a little different shape. Next up is the calaveras, which literally means skull.
Okay.
And originally, it was an offering to the god of the underworld during the Mesoamerican times, but the calaveras, or sugar skulls, have been a Mexican staple for centuries, especially for Dia de los Muertos. And they're molded from a sugar paste and then carved into unique shapes and adorned with bold colors that all represent different things, which I'll talk about in a sec. But prior to the Spanish invasion... Again, people in Mexico used to make altars for the dead and used real skulls on them, actually.
Okay.
But the Spaniards, again, were like, you guys are fucking gross.
Right.
And they thought it was gruesome to put bones on altars, so they started making sugar.
You don't have to eat
skulls.
them.
I know. It's like, this is part of our fucking tradition that we've been doing since before you invaded us, assholes.
Sounds like a bunch of Karens. Just
Leave
like,
us alone.
It's not for children's eyes. Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You're literally slaughtering people in the streets, but that's okay.
But,
cool.
But fuck us for just then, like, trying to memorialize them, right?
Yeah.
Fuck us. Okay. Cool.
But that's gross.
That's nasty.
So now they just use food coloring instead of real blood, and they use sugar skulls for
vaginas. Real
skulls. Yeah. So the shades of colors are vibrant to fit with the joyous nature of the holiday. And again, they have different meanings. So the red stands for blood. When you see purple, it apparently stands for pain. Yellow stands for marigolds and nature. Okay, I guess that's not very joyous.
I loved how, red stands for blood. The next one is for pain. The next one is for torture. The next one is for, like, dismemberment.
It's very joyous.
And disbowelment.
A joyous celebration. Yellow's for marigolds or nature. That's bright and fun.
Okay.
And the oranges are the sun shining brightly on the people's hearts.
So it started really hard, and then it went really positive. Okay.
Hey, life is all about fucking ups and downs and pain and happiness.
A lot of those purples in a lot of people's lives, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like a purple nurple.
Purple people eater. What? So sometimes the names of the deceased were even carved into the skull itself and placed on the altar as a tribute.
Right.
And as an offering. But the calaveras aren't only a sugar treat skull. And it's actually it's actually the name of poems that are recited on the Day of the Dead as well in Mexico. And they're actually satirical poems that poke fun at people in the way that suggests they're dead even though they're alive, which I thought was pretty silly.
That is silly.
And often the people being satirized are politicians.
Yeah, I think you
satirized.
Well, you could have said it wrong. Words that I know how to say. You could have said, like, sodomized.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that.
This is very different. So most of these people being made fun of, there we go, are politicians and other people in power or in the public eye. So we could have a good one on November 2nd.
Okay. Yes.
Good calaveras. Like the day before.
My God.
So it's also another way to make fun of rich and powerful people in a safe, accepted way. And also to point out that we all end up in the same place. Fucking dead.
Right? Dead as a doornail.
Dead as a doornail. That's from Drop Dead Gorgeous. Okay. She's dead as a doornail. Oh, Frida, sure.
She was the longest living Lutheran, but now she's dead as a doornail.
That's the line.
Take the goddamn Frida sign, you lazy sons of bitches. Okay, we can stop.
Okay, Mount Rose. So the tradition of these satirical poems date back over 500 years, and they are often part of what's called the Dance of the Dead. And they even celebrated this in Europe, not only in Spain and Mexico. But the Dance of the Dead was a type of play performed in the 14th century. And again, another way to remind people that everyone's immortal and we're all gonna fucking die. We all have the same fate eventually.
Laying it on thick.
And also because there were also because there were frequent famines and plagues in Europe, people needed satire to help them deal with the grim world around them.
Because they all were gonna die.
So they just made fun of the death instead of being like...
It helps with the panic.
Fuck.
For sure.
78 mil... Not saying that we need to do this now.
I mean, we probably should because that's kind of... Never mind. No politics. Got it. Okay.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
Moving on.
I'm just like... I was like, we could do that now.
Calabaza and Taka. Sure. Which, this is basically candied pumpkin. And it's primarily associated with the Yucatan Peninsula, but it is popular... around the country.
Right.
And it has pre-Hispanic and Mayan roots, this dish. And it's very much like American candied yams, so we stole that from them.
Well, duh.
We stole it all.
Let's be real. Yeah.
So calabaza en taca is made from pumpkin chunks, cinnamon, piloncillo, cane sugar, which do you know what that is? It's raw sugar.
Oh, okay.
Basically. And it's actually, this dish is also often served with ice cream and served as a dessert.
Ooh,
which I was like,
that actually sounds pretty dope.
Bomb. Yeah. Remember your pumpkin ice cream? Your beet ice cream? Pumpkin?
I had beet ice cream. It was not pumpkin ice cream.
Oh, it was with a pumpkin something,
I remember
wasn't it?
one time it was like, let's do pumpkin, what was it? Creme brulees. So we did pumpkin creme brulees.
For Mark. Anyway.
Fucking hate pumpkin. We'll get to that. Anyway.
Well, don't eat calabaza and taca.
No.
Okay.
I would do that. That sounds pretty legit. Yeah.
So next up we got fucking tamales, and this makes... Is this not making you hungry?
This is making me pretty hungry.
Like, even the word tamales makes me hungry. Ugh. We all know these little pillows of heaven, don't we?
Oh, we do. Wrapped in a blanket.
So tamales can be sweet or savory. I've never had a sweet one, which
I've never had a sweet one. I don't think I would like that. But I don't like that.
Tamales, if you don't know what they are made from a corn-based dough made out of masa, wrapped around a corn husk, and then they're steamed. Or wrapped in a corn husk, I'm sorry.
It's delicious.
And then they're filled with a variety of ingredients, again, depending on what region you're in. Most of the times, a very popular addition is shredded chicken and chilies. But it can also contain, like, sweetened pineapple cinnamon jellies, which I was like, I don't want that.
I don't know if I would like that.
I don't want a sweet tamale. I'm sorry. I'll try one. I'll try anything once, usually.
I don't know if I would like that. Just give me a churro and I'll be good. I'm not about it.
Yeah, that's...
Or, you know, some sopapillas.
Sopapillas. So, in Michoacan, which is, if you guys live in Fort Collins, there's a restaurant called Buena Vida, and their style of Mexican cuisine is from the people that own it. Their family originates from this area, Michoacan, I think is how you say it.
Okay.
And a lot of their dishes are traditional Michoacan Mexican.
I should go check that out.
Dishes, just so you guys know that.
That'd be great.
And I went to Fort Collins High School with the son. Anyways, awesome. That's a little fun fact for you guys. Yeah. Hashtag Buena Vida. But in this area of Mexico, people eat what's called uchepos, which are corn tamales, and corrandas, which are triangular tamales,
you can
which
really
I've never
roll
seen.
That tongue,
I literally can't do it.
But you can.
I know. I don't understand how when I try to roll my R's, I literally can't. But if I'm like just saying a word, I can.
Right.
Like that. Like I literally can't do it.
Interesting.
Without saying a word.
Well, then at least you can. That's really all you need it for anyway.
I don't know why you're just like. Sitting there. I'm not trying to be Nicki Minaj over here. Do you know that little... Oh, I hate...
I know you
hate it. I literally hate when she does that. I don't know why it fucking freaks me out.
Like it makes your skin hot?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate when she does that.
You're so upset right now.
I
are like...
Hate it. That makes me so uncomfortable.
The way that you cringe like that is the way that I cringe when I listen to Dave Matthews. Crash Stop it.
Me.
God damn it. Oh, fuck off.
That's their only song, right?
Yep. That's the only one.
All right.
Not the ants ones at all. Cool.
I've also never seen triangular tamales.
I have never have it. No. I didn't know they come in different shapes.
They do in Michoacan.
Okay.
Michoacan?
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm not Spanish. In the southern state of Chiapas, tamales are filled with grasshoppers, which are actually used in a myriad of ways in Mexican cooking, if you did not know that. So I'm going to start doing that myself because there's so many grasshoppers everywhere. I'm just going to be like, well, I'm going to eat you now. Actually, I'm probably not going to do that.
Don't do
that. Next up, fucking mole.
That's
another very
that's just
traditional thing to serve on Dia Los Muertos. And this dark, deeply flavored sauce is another Mexican staple. And again, like so many of the traditional Mexican foods, each family pretty much has their own recipe for mole. And the main mole that's made for this celebration is mole negro. And that originates in Oaxaca, which is known as the land of seven moles. So they have all different, like, it's not all dark
No.
mole. Like, there's, like, green mole and shit, too.
Okay.
So, look that up. That's another episode.
Okay.
I should just do an episode on mole.
You should. That'd be amazing.
And make it. Oh, my God. It would take... It's so good.
And mole sauce is delicious.
The intense flavor of this mole negro comes from burning and blackening the chilies and their seeds before you start cooking everything together. Mm-hmm. And it's actually, if you're going to do this at home, it's recommended to do the burning of these days ahead of time in order to allow the bitter aftertaste to dissipate. I've definitely made mole where I toast and burn my seeds and shit.
Right.
And then I make it right away and it still tastes fucking
I feel
delicious.
like my sister has made mole sauce and it's super dope.
Oh, so good. It's usually served with chicken. And the recipe is a fucking labor of love. If you've never made it or even looked at a recipe, just go like Google a recipe for mole.
And be like, well, not doing that.
It's like, holy shit. So I'm going to give you a little taste of, what's in mole.
Okay.
Negro specifically.
Shoot.
There's raisins, sesame seeds, cloves, cinnamon, allspice, oregano, anise seeds, cumin seeds, pecans, almonds, peanuts, tortillas, stale bread, pepitas, dried chili, like different types of dried chilies, like the guajillo or the pasilla, which I don't know if you guys knew this, but like a pasilla pepper is a dried poblano. And a guajillo chili is a dried, like they have different names for the chilies when they're dried for some of them.
Interesting.
Just like, like chipotle is when it's a smoked jalapeno.
Right.
Or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's smoked.
It's not a burrito bowl?
No, it's not just a restaurant chain. Chipotles. They're actually, after you process the chili, it's named something different. So that's kind of like this. Anyways, and then of course in the mole is Mexican chocolate, which is different than regular chocolate because it has cinnamon.
It is, and it's delicious.
Don't use Hershey's for your mole.
No,
I'll come and slap you.
It's not even real chocolate.
I'll come and slap you.
Yeah.
And that isn't, you're right. And speaking of, gonna give another local shout out.
Yeah, girl.
If you guys have ever been to Nuance Chocolate in Fort Collins, they have like really specialty chocolates.
Their stuff is really, really good. Really good.
I don't know if you're making food for like a fuck ton of people and you need chocolate, maybe.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're gonna spend a lot of money, but if you're trying to just go try their chocolates and you're trying to make it really special, they have really good like Mexican chocolates there, and that's just one of the many they have. Hashtag Nuance. All right, next up, pozole. Okay. Oh, I love pozole. Do you like pozole?
I do like pozole.
Oh my God.
Super good.
So if you don't know what pozole is, well, first of all, serving pozole is a large tradition mainly in Mexico City. And it's a savory stew, and it mixes hominy and meat, usually pork. And do you know what hominy is, Shay? You probably know a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's made, so hominy, if you've ever seen it, it's like these huge kernels of corn, it looks like, and you're like, what kind of corn does that come from?
Right.
It comes from a regular corn plant, but let me tell you what they do.
Okay.
So they dry out kernels of corn, and then they soak that corn in an alkaline solution, which can either be used, you can soak it in lye. That's also another Drop Dead Gorgeous quote. But literally, the most traditional way to make hominy is to make a solution of lye and water, and you soak it in there.
That's awesome.
And it's just a very alkaline solution. And this process removes the hull and the germ from the corn, which causes the grain to puff up about twice its normal size, which makes it look fucking huge.
Right.
And it looks like giant corn. And then steeping this corn in this alkaline solution actually makes it more digestible and more nutritious. So,
just learning all sorts of things today.
You can also, a lot of people like pretzels, I think, are like, aren't you supposed to make those with lye?
You do, and it's really weird to make them.
But people are like sketched out about it
because you're like, wait a minute, this is how, and they're like, when I made it actually in one of my breads classes, and yeah, it was like this little chemical thing, and they're like, yeah, no, and then you coat that in there, and then you just put it in the oven, and I'm like, That's really fucking weird.
It's like sodium bicarbonate.
It's weird.
It's not sodium bicarbonate because that's baking soda, but you can achieve similar
results.
There
it is. I was like, what are you trying to say?
By using baking soda if you're afraid of lye, because I guess lye is... I've never used lye before, but it's like fucking blows up or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
Also, people use lime too.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just better with the one that's gonna kill you.
This delicious stew, which is so good. I want pozole right now too, especially on this snowy day.
Right.
Is seasoned with garlic, cumin, diced green chili or red peppers, and various other spices. And for Day of the Dead, it's usually made with extra red chilies for an extra spicy.
Oh, nice
Results. Results. RESULT. Results.
Yeah, spelling bee. Remember that time we were gonna do a spelling bee?
Oh yeah, we were gonna do.
Never mind, doesn't matter. Okay, move on.
Oh my god. So next up, and the last food I'm gonna talk about, because then we're gonna get on to a couple of drinks.
Oh yeah.
Is jamoncillo de leche, and that is a Mexican milk fudge. It's another sweet treat served on the Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet treat. And it typically is garnished with chopped pecans and cinnamon. You can either use cow's milk or goat's milk for it. A lot of the recipes, like some of the recipes are literally just milk, sugar, and cinnamon, but some like have sweetened condensed milk and a couple other things. But it's a very basic
hearty as fuck.
Yeah. Fudge recipe. It's like milk fudge.
Yeah.
And it's also sometimes just left its natural color, but other times it can be easily decorated with different colors to, make things a little more festive and fun.
A little festive.
So next, let's talk about some drinks, and then I'll let you talk about your food. Drink is food, right?
Drink is totally food.
And the drinks are important.
It's the best part.
Okay.
Usually.
So one of the main drinks served on Dia de los Muertos is a non-alcoholic corn-based drink.
Okay.
That's commonly used for drinking or for dunking your pan de muerto in. And it's made from masa harina flour, and has roots dating back to the Aztecs. And just so you know, if you don't know what masa flour is, it's not just corn flour. It is basically made in the same way hominy is, in terms of like you soak it in an alkaline solution. But instead you soak it and then dry it out again, and then they grind that into flour. And again, this gives the flour a lot different texture and taste than just like normal corn flour would be. And it makes it more nutritious.
Right.
And technically this drink, did I even say the name of this drink? Atole? Mm-mm. I don't think I even said it.
No, but now you just did. It's fine.
All right, the drink I'm talking about is Atole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm drunk.
You're fine.
It's technically a porridge, but it is consumed as a beverage, which it's a thick-ass drink, okay?
It's super thick.
Chug it down. Don't choke.
Don't do that.
And it's popular after dinner or with breakfast is the two times to drink it, okay? Or gulp it.
Or
chew it.
Spit it.
Chew drink it.
Flick it.
Pass it.
Pass it.
Pass it. Bop it. If anyone didn't know, that was from the Bop It game.
I enjoyed that you even did like the little...
I bopped the shit out of it. Okay,
I know you
bitch?
bopped the shit out of it.
I used to bop the shit out of that. Bop it.
Jesus.
But I didn't have like the fucking crazy one. I had just the basic bop it. And that flick it and spin it. That shit got crazy.
Yeah, I didn't do... I had all the... it was just like the three things.
That was fucking fun, dude.
It was fun. I don't know.
Bop is still around? It's
I
probably
think
like...
I think it...
Tug it.
Right.
Squeeze it.
Jesus Christ.
Poke it.
I don't... Fondle it.
Lick it. Da 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 da.
I don't know why they don't actually have like an adult, because that would sell right there.
Well, Shay, we're in the game business, all right? That's our second installment of our 30-ish game. Is the interactive.
Oh my god.
And it looks like a shaft.
Right.
Anyway.
Jesus. It already looked like a shaft, so it was fine. Just put some balls on the end.
And a vulva. Just kidding.
Oh my word. Jesus.
I'm joking. Hopefully our 12-year-old listeners aren't listening today.
Mommy, what's vulva? Like,
well, honey, I should have told you this a while ago because that's your own vagina.
You're like, you're 12, you're listening to this. You probably have seen multiple of them on TikTok. So, like, I don't know what you're even asking me for.
Is that the new TikTok dance, the vulva? They just slap them? Oh my god, what am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know how I'm so it's because I had a shot of whiskey before
I was like, how are you? You're kind of all loose. I kind of dig it.
Woo!
You're like on my level.
All right, next.
Okay, go.
I know, it's like I went second, but I went first.
You did.
Not next up. I haven't even finished the atole.
No, keep going.
I didn't even tell you the name of it.
Just got real excited.
So, this drink is sweetened with cinnamon, brown sugar, and sometimes chocolate. It's the perfect beverage for winter months.
It is.
We should have drank it today. That would have been... Ew, what if we added alcohol to that?
No,
just
I
like
don't.
Slowly. No, we're not going to be ever doing that. No. But we might do this.
Okay.
This next drink.
All right, go for it.
This next drink is called pulque. Pulque. Pulque.
Okay.
And it's actually one of Mexico's oldest beverages. Mm-hmm. And it's actually an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, perfect. What's the base?
So this classic beverage is made from agave. So it's related
Already
to
delicious.
tequila and mezcal.
Okay.
But it has a flavor profile all its own.
Oh, of course it does.
So the pulque is made from fermenting the sap of certain types of agave plants. Mm-hmm. And just so you know, in contrast, mezcal is made from the cooked heart of agave plants, and tequila is made from mostly only blue agave plants.
Nice.
So that's why it's different. It's made from just the sap, this pulque. And it's a staple of Day of the Dead rituals. And it can be a little harsh, so people sometimes mix it with fruit for a more pleasant experience. Oh. And pulque is also sometimes referred to as the nectar of the gods because it was said to be the blood of the Aztec god Mayahul.
Man, they were like really obsessed with drinking people's blood.
It was a fucking tradition.
It's a fucking thing.
Remember that one time someone called into Cafe Vino and asked us if we could find pig's blood for them to take shots of at their dinner?
I do not remember
like,
that.
Vampires or some
what
shit?
Are you talking about? What?
I don't know if you worked there then. Maggie got a call. I don't know if it was a prank. I don't think it was a prank call. I don't know. Because I don't know. It probably was. But like they were asking us if we were able to source pig's blood because they were like as a ritual of some sort. I don't know with which cult.
Satan? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. But they wanted to like drink it with their dinner. We were like, yeah, you could probably go down the street for that.
I'm pretty sure they're doing that at IHOP, so just go down there.
My word. Just go to the back cooler.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't. So I don't think I was there for that.
That was like some vampire shit. I don't even know. We're like,
and she's like, I
can't source you pig's blood. I'm sorry. And are they going to?
Maybe they were.
No, Maggie came back and asked me. She's like, do you have anywhere to source pig's blood? And I was like, what the fuck
are you talking about?
Are we making blood sausage?
Yeah, like, no.
I mean, I guess that's what people use pig's blood for, but fuck, dude.
That gives me the chills.
Yeah, dude.
I don't like
that was some weird, creepy shit. And they called like at least 2 or 3 times being like, oh, have you found it?
Like they're actually being super serious.
It seemed like they were legit.
Oh, look this
It's like, why don't you do this at your own goddamn house?
I'm gonna look.
And not invite anyone.
Okay.
Anyways.
Go on.
Moving on. So those who are familiar with pulque will tell you it won't get you intoxicated, which isn't exactly true. So
I was like,
again, it's one of Mexico's oldest alcoholic beverages, but it works in very strange ways. It is alcoholic, but so you can be drinking, you'll be sitting and drinking pulque for fucking hours and you're like not drunk. If you're just sitting and drinking it and you're just like, okay, I'm still not drunk. But then once you get up to leave, you realize your legs don't really work right.
So you're getting poisoned.
But your mind is clear, but your body is not. So it's like, dude, why do you want to do that?
Dude, that sounds amazing. Like, where I can like be like drunk, but not like be drunk.
Yeah.
That was me pointing to my head.
She was rubbing her forehead.
I was rubbing my forehead like a weirdo. Right? My ASMR.
That's a good one. What's that?
What is that?
That was me rubbing my forehead.
Right. It's better than the freaking fappy dice that we got going on last week.
True.
But,
Gross.
Yeah, that was gross. Not like slapping your vulva, but like...
It was a weird sound we made.
Don't ever slap it. Don't slap it.
It's not so hard.
Just easy on the pressure. Keep going.
Oh, we're done? Okay, so
We're done.
Next up is Oaxacan or Mayan hot chocolate, which is just a less sweet, more spicy version of hot chocolate. I was going to say, is it just like more cinnamony? Horchata is also a famous beverage.
You've made that?
Which we've made, guys. Remember that? And we made it with, as you know, we soaked some rice for a day, and then we blended it up and strained it out and mixed it with cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, those drinks were bomb.
They were pretty
bomb. Then I made cold brew that day.
That
was
a good day.
That was a great drink.
That was a great day.
Thanks, Bon Appetit or Food and Wine or someone who told me about that. So despite being linked to Mexican cuisines, I think I told you guys about this in my other episode, but I'll remind you that it's based on a drink from Northern Africa dating back to 2400 BC. Oh, and that was spread by the Spanish, which eventually... and it also popped up in places like Puerto Rico and Ecuador.
Nice.
But it's a very traditional drink in Mexico now.
Okay.
And then you just add a little rum and you're good to go. Little rum chata,
Little rum chata.
And last but not least, another alcoholic drink that they drink is marigold tequila.
They like their marigold.
That's a big flower. I'm assuming they just bloom around this time and they're very widely available.
Right.
I'm assuming.
I like it though.
But nice. They're synonymous with the Day of the Dead, and the bright yellow flowers are often dried and then used to make these tequila drinks. So they will literally just like infuse tequilas with the dried flowers, and it makes this like really beautiful golden warm tequila. And they also flavor it with things like cinnamon a lot of times too, but it's just like a really beautiful yellow color.
Right.
And the flowers are often said to show spirits the way to their altar through the marigold scent.
Okay.
That's the little special magic behind the marigold. And that's it.
I like it. That was nice.
Marigold tequila. And we're done.
And
I had one more thing I put, but it's not important.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, it was just about marigold tequila that I was like, this is reiterating what I already said. So we're done. And that is a celebration of Dia de los Muertos and the food and drink that is served traditionally.
I liked it.
For the celebration. So if you're going to have your own...
nice.
This is going to come out on...
Next Sunday.
Not. It is. It's going to come out on Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, boom.
Holy shit!
Look at you.
I mean, I knew I was close, but I wasn't thinking it was perfect.
Again, there was like one of those things like where we always are like, oh yeah, that's going to come out on that day. That's perfect.
It literally is going to come out on Dia de los Muertos.
Because we're not that observant, but it's fine.
Well, it'll come out on the day after Halloween, which I think November 2nd is technically Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, well, still pretty freaking
close. It's the third day, but we're close. It's a 3-day celebration, but technically a month long if you're OG. Before the Spanish invaders. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
It was good.
Hope you guys come to my celebration next year. I'll let you know about it.
Yeah. We're going to do a little Facebook invite. It'll be great.
Oh, we will. It'll be a fucking
out on your property
farm extravaganza.
It better be.
All right. Well.
We ready to do this?
I'm ready to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. It's not going to be as appetizing. It's going to be a lot shorter.
Oh,
but it's
great.
fine.
Can't wait.
Here we go again. So mine's gonna be a lot shorter, but that's fine. It's just like, again, we had like a super long episode last time, so you guys are probably like, thank God. We have to listen to this in 3 parts. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
This one, I don't have a whole lot of recipes like you were giving off, which was wonderful. This was just mostly about my disdain for something.
Okay, what is it?
This is the history of pumpkin spice.
Yes! This is amazing.
So again, there's not a whole lot of like traction with this, so it's not gonna be real long, but like whatever. I thought this is my golden opportunity to talk about it.
This is amazing.
Again, like I just don't know why. I just don't like it. I don't I don't know what your thoughts are on pumpkin spice.
I enjoy pumpkin spice. I think it's delicious. I think people are fucking crazed for it, and 100%. It's hilarious.
Yes.
Something really funny that happened to me this week, actually, about pumpkin spice is I was working at with my dad this week, and one of his estimator for his jobs or whatever, he literally goes to Starbucks like every fucking day of his life. And goes to Starbucks. I didn't know that until today.
Oh my
And I was
word.
I was like joking with him. I was like, "What'd you get?" And he's like, "Guess." And I was like, "Pumpkin spice," like literally as a joke.
And he was like, "Yeah."
And he was like laughing. He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Wait, are you serious?" He's like, "Yep, I get that every fucking time. I love it so much." I was like, "Do they do it year round?" He's like, "No."
He got a little upset.
Yeah, he was.
And all these fucking Karens and basic bitches are like, they should do it year round.
And Francisco loves pumpkin spice.
Are you serious?
He loves it. He's like a 21-year-old pumpkin spice loving
good for
estimator
him.
For electrical contractor.
Well, I think it's also if you like shit super sweet, like yeah, you're gonna like that shit. And I just have never. I like shit a little more bitter, like my soul. So it's fine.
It's perfect.
I get it. I get it.
I mean, I like fall. I like cinnamon and nutmeg,
right? And I love all those things. I just don't usually like it all together. I don't know what it is. Again, it's just like and it's not just like the emo in me. It's like it's trendy, so I fucking hate it. Like I just don't. Sure. I just don't like it. Like I just don't like it. So yeah. So I thought with like the climax of the basic bitch whatever season is upon us that it was perfect timing to do. And let's be real. Everyone has a little basic bitch in them. I have a little basic bitch in me. We all do. I just don't like the pumpkin spice part. I don't know what it is. At least a weird aftertaste in my mouth.
It's because of the fucking popularity.
It is.
The bitter taste.
It does.
Just kidding.
Pumpkin. Right. Pumpkin. All right. So, yeah. So we used to just see it like in the pie, right? That nasty little orange circle that you would take like one bite of and you're like, okay, I'm good for like the next year.
I love pumpkin pie.
Not a fan. I just don't.
See, it's like, I think I like it because it's like you only eat it one time a year. And it's like,
I guess so.
It's time.
No.
It's the time.
Right. And you have like one bite and then you're like, okay, I'm good now.
Girl,
for next year.
eat plenty more bites.
Doesn't it
like
pie. Freaking like give you like a weird taste on the roof of your mouth? It does for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm eating the wrong kind of pie.
You're eating the wrong kind. I'll make you some Thai tea pumpkin pie because it'll be Thai tea spices.
That actually sounds pretty good.
We'll see.
I mean, I don't know. But like, anyway.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone that doesn't like pumpkin pie.
My sister loves that shit.
Oh my God.
Loves it. I'm not a fan. I wish I did. I wish it would be shit. Like, right? And I
like apple pie. You need apple.
I love apple pie.
It's fine.
I don't know what it is. But anyway.
Maybe someone killed you with a pumpkin in your past life.
It could have been. And I was like,
they
every time,
like, spices in your eye as like torture.
Right? And they're just like, I'm just like, wow, who is killing me? Is this
maybe
Santa
you're
Claus?
the
I don't
headless
understand.
Horseman and
You're right. That's exactly what it is.
I have a pumpkin head.
And I'm just so bitter that like everyone's eating my head.
Exactly that story.
100%. I'm glad we kind of connected this and we solved the riddle.
We did.
So thank God. I can put my head back onto my freaking sternum and we're good to go. Yep. We're so good to go.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so in my opinion, I'm like, all right, so everyone gathered around this Thanksgiving table at one point or another and they took a bite of this pumpkin pie and they were like, you know what we need to do? We need to put it in everything. We need to put it in our dressings. We need to put it in our lattes. We need to sleep with it at night. Like all these.
Put it in our candles.
Put it all in our candles.
We need to sleep with
it. We need to do we need to put it in our cakes or candies.
I need to put lipstick on that smells like it.
100% and go, you like that? Yeah, it's great. So did you like that? Was
you like my pumpkin spice?
Did you like it? There was.
Can I spice your pumpkin?
Yeah, it's never mind. Anyway, so
you've never gotten your pumpkin spiced.
It's like It's like the ethnic of butter my biscuit. It's great. Anyway, no, like that was one of the weirder ones I actually saw like the other day at the grocery store. It was pumpkin spice candy corn.
First of all, candy corn is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Or tasted. Like if you could, wax. Like if you couldn't make like candy corn taste worse for me, like put some pumpkin spice bullshit in there.
They do make pumpkin spice like fucking air freshener,
all the things, which we'll get to that. But
bleach, pumpkin spice bleach.
It's gonna come. So you put it out there in the universe, it's gonna be like, oh, that's a great idea. Do you know what would be better than to have the bleach smell? Just coat it in like fucking nasty ass fake whatever. Ugh. It's gross. I don't like it. But let's rewind it a little bit. Okay. So pumpkin spice, but really like the base of the pumpkin spice, the nutmeg, right? So researchers have discovered, as I scratch my eye,
that you can get high off nutmeg.
You probably could, like just, but only by people named like freaking Becca or Karen. But it's fine. So anyway, I
have one of my best friends' name is Becca.
Well, does she like pumpkin spice?
She probably does.
Well, good for her.
I'm gonna text her.
Yeah, I'm gonna text her.
Rebecca,
do you like pumpkin spice? But good for you if you do. Again, this is just my opinion. Everyone else that likes it, good for you. Let your freak flag fly.
Hey, we gotta hear other sides of the story, guys.
I know, but yeah. Anyway,
I'm excited.
So researchers have discovered that humans have been using nutmeg as a food for 2,000 years, like longer than like previously thought. So on the island of
Jesus was sprinkling that thing on fucking
lepers. There was some asshole, Sarah probably, that was just like, how do you
love your names?
Yes. How do you that was a very biblical name, was Sarah. So you had Sarah and Rebecca. What was a couple of other ones?
Mary?
Well, that was just the main one.
Esther.
Anyway, so that she like when she's like, look, here's some bread, and she's like, can you make that a little bit sweeter? I don't like that. And they're like, she's like, it's pan dulce, and she's like, it tastes like the death, and it's great. Well, he's like, well, bickety bam, here's some nutmeg and some whatever on it. She's like, this is perfect. So anyway,
and pumpkin spice was born.
Right. So there's an island that I'm gonna like just butcher the name like I do with every single thing. It's like Palua I. I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's fine. It's not fine, but it's just what it is. And it's one of the Banda Islands in Indonesia. And archaeologists found ancient nutmeg residue on which. How do you even decipher that from like dust fucking to like, you know what?
Files. Nope. I don't know.
That is fucking nutmeg. That is some ancient ass nutmeg. We can put that on the spice rack, like ancient nutmeg, and people would buy it. They'd be like $14.95 sold. Yes, please.
It's very expensive.
100%. So they found it on ceramic pottery shards that they estimate to be about 3,500 years old. So not as much as a fad as I would have hoped, unfortunately. The basics have just been. I said that really weird because I've said it like I was reading it. The basics have been just waiting and watching. Just waiting just for their prime opportunity. And they did like the freaking 90s with their pumpkin spice lattes. Anyway, so because of this good old spice trade, nutmeg finally was seeping its way into the poor bland Europe, but I mean, honestly, I actually really like their food bland. But for a minute, people were just like, we need to
spice it up.
We need to spice it up. Like, people like want something more than just like this fucking nasty bangers
potato
and mash. Right.
With nothing.
But I would be like,
and then
whatever.
There were no potatoes.
Nope. For a minute. In Ireland. We know some loose facts, but it's fine. So it was like apparently like a goddamn hit, like nutmeg was. And we all know the tale of what happened next with Christopher Skidmark. And
aka Columbus.
The Columbus Exchange. Also, fun fact, the Dutch were so hungry for nutmeg that in the late 1600s, they traded their colony of New Amsterdam to Britain in exchange for that island at Palua Run, nutmeg producing a Banda Island over which like British had claimed control. So they were like, no, can we have that island because we want the nutmeg, and you can have our island. And the British renamed the colony New York, which it is today. So they're for their part in the United States. So they literally traded that part in New York for a fucking pumpkin spice latte. Let's just be real, you guys.
That's basically what they did.
That was a very
hey,
that was a stretch.
That shit is a hot commodity, and it still is.
So yeah, so I'm just saying, whatever. Anyway,
maybe it hypnotizes us to just listen to everything the man says. Right?
It's like the hypno frog from Futurama.
Finally, we can rehypnotize them. It's pumpkin spice season.
Pumpkin spice season, yes.
Let's keep them down.
So,
speaking of keeping them down, election's coming up.
That was a really weird plug, and I like it. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to fast forward a little bit, and the earliest mention of the pumpkin spice as a whole with the nutmeg and the allspice and the cinnamon. I think that's all I put in mine. Some salt. Whatever.
Well, nutmeg.
Yeah. Let's see. It was in a pumpkin spice cakes recipe published in 1936 by some dumb broad in the Washington Post. I'm just joking.
Stupid housewife.
Which, weirdly enough, actually, it's one of my favorite things is pumpkin bread. I do like that a lot.
You know what my favorite is? Pumpkin chocolate chip bread.
I don't like it.
Have you ever tried it?
I have. I'm just not a
What?
fan.
You don't like chocolate?
You know what it is for me? I'm just not. I like the pumpkin-y because it's not. It just seems a little more savory in the bread. But with the chocolate, I guess I'm not. Unless it's ice cream, I don't have a humongous sweet tooth. Unless I do.
Perfect.
Yes. I don't know. I have to be in the right mood for it. I can't just be eating chocolate all willy-nilly. That's just not me.
Okay. I feel that.
But anyway, so up until that was published in 1936, and that was when the first whatever the pumpkin spice was born, quote unquote. Up until 1950s, the recipes that one contained contained actual pumpkin, so they actually put pumpkin in it. Shocking.
Weird.
Not just the spice. So, however,
do you guys know it's just the spices?
Yes, not just pumpkin. When you sprinkle it in there, they know. So, however, things changed when spice companies like McCormick began packaging the blend and selling it as pumpkin pie spice, and then shortened it to pumpkin spice in the 1960s to be, people were.
It's been around pumpkin spice. 60s, huh?
Yeah, 60s. So it's been on the
Coin the name.
So jumping to the 21st century, then we have the pumpkin spice latte, my fucking arch nemesis.
Do you just slap people?
I do.
Slap it out of their hands if they're drinking them. You're I smell that.
Stupid,
slap!
Goose down little vesty vest and just get out of here.
Fucking Uggs and their
Uggs
shorts.
Their headbands I have on. Yes, just like that. Just like they say, it's a Han Solo season upon us. So,
what?
Haven't you ever heard that?
No.
It's where they're wearing their Uggs and then their leggings, and then they have their shirt, their long sleeve shirts, and they wear their goose down hunting vests for they're not going to hunt, and that they look kind of like Han Solo.
Okay, get it. I get it.
Yes.
I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
I just wear fucking sweatshirts that I got from TJ Maxx for $10.
And they look awesome. She looks like a Rubik's Cube.
That say, let's change the world together, good vibes only, and it looks like it's straight out of the 90s.
And it is, and it's amazing.
Anyway.
So, it wasn't just Starbucks, but other coffee companies experimented with the fall flavors during the 1990s. Starbucks just put the beverage on the map in 2003, unfortunately.
Because everyone's obsessed with Starbucks. Can I just say?
Yeah.
Hey, if there's a line longer than 10 people in a drive-thru at Starbucks, go to a local coffee shop.
It's true, though.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I do. If it's super long, and usually I just make my own shit because I'm not gonna pay $4 fucking for a goddamn latte.
It's $6 now for a latte. I feel like
I don't even know. I just get the little ones, so I don't know.
No,
but that's true. Fucking shop local, goddamn it. So pumpkin spice latte actually almost didn't exist because many worried the spices dominated. They do the drink, leaving little coffee taste. Consumers didn't seem to fucking care, though.
No, because people don't like coffee. They like sugar.
And the new product...
I love coffee.
Right. So the new product launched with, huge success. In the years after, customers actually anxiously waited for their pumpkin spice to, return every fucking year. I think I've seen, in the one downtown, our Starbucks was, before... it was released, it was 21 days of get the fuck out of here with that shit.
They have a countdown?
For pumpkin spice. Yeah. It was upsetting.
I mean, people are literally crazy.
Go ape shit with that shit. It's like if the Beatles were coming into town sometimes. Like, no. I mean, I would go crazy if I was probably in the 60s a little bit, but like, whatever. Anyway.
Which is when pumpkin spice was created. Anyway.
Yep, so look at that, full circle. It was the Beatles' fault. And the years after, I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. So, I already said that. So, Starbucks was actually making millions of dollars every year from a drink that didn't even actually contain real pumpkin. Right? So, like, that's the whole point of all this. Like, everyone is like pumpkin spice, whatever, but there's
not even pumpkin in it.
No, which is ridiculous because it's just like, it's just a fancier, different allspice, if you really want to think about it. Like, that's all it is. There's no pumpkin in any of this shit. Maybe that's why I get so mad, because I'm like, it's such bullshit. It's not even real. Just call it what it is.
You just get, yeah.
It's just a different allspice.
It's true.
Whatever. Anyway, so...
I'm trying to think of something else that they do that with. That's like... blah blah blah,
but it's there's not even that in it. There's not even in it. So like it's just a trendier.
Like when they say something's natural, but it's not.
Right. Just kidding. So right. But so yeah. So it's a humongously big trend. But the funny thing is, and the ironic thing is, a lot of the products don't even contain pumpkin. Maybe that's why I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't know why I get on a vendetta or I'm up in arms about it.
It's because people are misleading you.
Maybe that's what
and
it
it's
is.
Fucked up.
I don't like to be lied to about what's in my coffee.
No. It's like when they tell you that like sugar's gluten free. It's like, okay, good.
Yeah.
What else why wouldn't it be gluten free?
I would hope it's gluten free.
Why are you advertising this?
Right? Why are you putting gluten in my sugar?
Like, oh, this is gluten free. Perfect.
This is perfect product. I didn't know that.
I can buy this now because it's gluten free. It's like, it's always been gluten free. Anyways, sorry.
It's true.
That's
though.
my tangent.
No, it's true. Like you always get upset because you're just like people, or at least marketing or like to consumers, like they're just like, you're not giving us enough credit, but that they want to make you feel like you're dumb, you know? So it's just shitty.
And then they just lie to you.
Yeah. So the recipe changed for the pumpkin spice latte though in 2015 when the corporation began using actual pumpkin in the mix. So I'm like, I guess I can't get that mad at it anymore.
In the syrup?
Yep. So they use pumpkin now, spices, caramel, coffee, and like a shit ton of sugar.
And caramels in there?
Yeah. It's still fucking gross.
Oh my God. No wonder. It's just like a fucking sugar high.
Yeah. Like I go get my pumpkin spice latte and I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. Literally.
Shit.
So you already I was like going to say like, so what's your favorite pumpkin spice thing?
My favorite pumpkin spice thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, what do you like?
Pumpkin pie?
But you liked it. No, but that's your favorite, as you said, the bread, but it's chocolate.
Oh, pumpkin chocolate chip bread.
So you already answered my question.
But I mean, it's not like a pumpkin spice. I mean, it's
a pumpkin product. I mean, I don't really like, the only pumpkin product I said is the thing is the pumpkin spice bread that I guess I put pumpkin in my pumpkin bread. Make it all nice and
pumpkin pie. Moist. I do love pumpkin. I'm a basic bitch. I don't get pumpkin spice lattes every fucking day. I would enjoy one once in a while, maybe.
I can't do it. It's foul.
But yeah, my favorite pumpkin pie or fucking pumpkin with chocolate chip bread is so good to me.
I just don't. But I mean,
it's fine.
And again, I like the pumpkin spice bread, like the basic quick bread that you get, and you can get drink your fucking coffee with it. And you don't have to put it in the coffee.
Chocolate chips in it.
Whatever. Now you can actually get
a nice glaze.
Did you know that you can get like pumpkin spice chips now? Like that you can put in?
What is that made out of?
I don't even want to know.
Plastic, pumpkin, and spice.
My guess is they probably use the white chocolate as a base, is my guess. But that
makes me want to throw up.
Whatever, they're like orange. So I pray to God they use the white chocolate because they would have to use a lot of fucking food coloring.
Ew, pumpkin spice candy corn?
Right. Yeah,
Does anyone like candy corn?
Nobody likes candy. The only one I would actually ever eat would be the actual pumpkin-shaped ones, and they would just hurt your teeth automatically. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a challenge,
right.
so I liked it.
You would eat one, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. Just like pumpkin pie, but whatever.
I don't think I've ever had one of those pumpkin ones. I was always like scared of them.
It's like because it doesn't taste like candy corn. They taste different, and they might actually. No, I don't know if they actually are. They're just but they hurt your fucking teeth because it's all sugar. No, they're soft. Like it's just like candy corn. It's soft, but it's
candy corn is fucking weird.
It's foul because it's all corn syrup. We know this, But I mean, that's all candy. But it's neither here nor there.
You want to know this is a very random fun fact, side note.
Go for it.
So I've been recently making a dessert at my house because I'm a fucking sugar freak.
No, I love it because I feel like you're talking to me like you're a little bit ashamed about it.
I am ashamed. I'm kind of ashamed.
Look at me. You won't even look at me.
I won't.
She's not looking at me, guys.
I'm not even looking at her.
Nope.
I have sugar cones in my house because sometimes me and Chris like to make, sugar cone ice cream cones because we usually get ice cream a lot.
That's fine.
We haven't had ice cream or gotten ice cream in a while, so I've been making whipped cream
looking
with
at me, you guys. It's really
Hershey's chocolate syrup and then putting that in a sugar cone and eating it.
Oh, that's
but I'm like, this is healthier than ice cream, right? Because it doesn't have like eggs and all the sugar.
I enjoy the rationale.
I've only done this twice, but it was good. And it's because I've been desperate for fucking sugar after I smoke, after dinner.
I was like going to say.
And so I whip cream and put chocolate syrup in it. And I make chocolate whipped cream and put it in a fucking sugar cone.
You know what? Everyone to each their own with their sweet tooth, right? Like, what's the difference between eating that and like a shit ton of candy?
You're right, but.
Who cares?
It's pretty special.
It's pretty inventive. I'll give that to the stoner in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's not that gross.
It's
not you're like, and then I put
it's just silly.
And then I put celery in it to make myself feel better. Like, that would be weird. That would be weird.
Yeah, but it's like, who whips cream and puts it in a fucking sugar cone and eats it?
Oh, you actually whip cream.
I definitely whip it. I don't just like dip.
Well, I thought you meant like you take like Cool Whip and then you just.
No. Bitch, I don't eat Cool Whip. I make that shit myself.
Okay, well then that's not that weird. It's just, then it's like homemade whipped cream. Yeah, it's super fancy.
It's so fancy.
You're like, look how airy this ice cream is. You should just like eat it in front of like Mara and be like,
Mara, you want to try this?
You want to try this new
That's
like
my neighbor
extra airy ice cream? She'll be like, great, that sounds great.
Also, the other night I ran out of cream to whip, so I just dipped it in peanut butter. Hashtag stoner life.
Hashtag
okay.
confession booth. I enjoy. Hey, peanut butter's not that bad. Okay, you're not saying horrible things. Like, I don't. Like,
I know, it's just like, who eats a sugar cone?
It was like watching like
with
a dog.
Peanut butter.
Like look. You're like, did you do this? And it's like, no, I didn't do this.
I did it.
That's not that bad. I mean, I'm not a big peanut butter with chocolate fan, but I mean, it is. But it's not that weird. I love you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's not. No, I mean, we're pretty much at the end here. I told you it was really short, so this is fine. And we're actually at like 20 minutes, so we're good. Anyway, so yeah. So I just found some like kind of the grossest shit that I saw that was pumpkin spiced that had no business, like butter. Like, I'm like, why do you need? Just put some. That's like saying like, okay, I mean,
that's like cinnamon butter.
But I was gonna say that's like, but even to me, that's disgusting. Just fucking you animal. Just like take the sugar and this, put it and sprinkle it on there. Like, I used to.
I know.
That used to be my jam. I used to like get some toast, and then I would butter that shit up, and I would make my own cinnamon sugar, and I would like sprinkle it on there. It was so dope.
That's another go-to.
That's a great
dessert.
One. That's a great
in
one.
my house when I definitely
again. It's like a poor man's churro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's great. It's fine.
Extra butter.
Mm-hmm.
Extra cinnamon.
Toast. It's gotta be like wheat toast.
Yep.
It has to be like that hearty bread. Anyway, let's see. There was cereals, which wasn't that horrifying, but it's still gross. I don't like that.
I don't like pumpkin spice. Like, no.
How about yogurt? Would you like some yogurt? You can get that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, get yogurt.
Noosa makes pumpkin.
Yep. And it's like
I've
that
never
thick
tried
ass yogurt. Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's cream cheese. Again, it's a little bit like the butter, but like still, just don't be lazy. Just why do you need to put the extra preservatives in it? Like, just get some fucking cream cheese.
And because we have to put pumpkin spice in it, we have to put dextrosol 12.
Yes, exactly. I think that's where I get mad, because I'm just like, just take it out of your fucking counter, like out of your whatever, and then just sprinkle it on whatever product you want. Why do we have to have all these extra bullshit consumer products?
Yeah, guys, do make your pumpkin spice yourself.
Stupid.
It'll empower you.
There was one. It was like a Jamba smoothie, like a Jamba juice smoothie. So it was all,
and people fucking buy that. Obviously,
people are just like,
gross.
It's everywhere. It's domination. I love it.
Ew, that pumpkin spice smoothie.
Mm-hmm, there was a protein powder for your pre and post workouts, because
that makes sense.
No, it's gross. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. No,
it's like a pumpkin spice shake, Shay.
No, gross. There was a salsa.
No, there was not.
There's a salsa that you can buy. I don't know what the brand name is, but you can buy it. It's a chunky salsa, and it's pumpkin spice flavoring. You guys, wake up, America.
Get your shit together and vote.
Vote pumpkin spice out. It kind of pertains. But, I mean, seriously. Honestly, it's...
If you tell me that there's pumpkin spice ketchup, I'm going to throw up.
There might be, but like, no, there's no... Those were the biggest ones that I thought was gross. But so, when I was reading all those, I'm pretty sure probably some asshole has probably put pumpkin spice on their goddamn meat to season it.
Oh.
Let's be real.
1,000%.
Which is
pumpkin
gross.
Spice burger. I'm sure that's a special. It's probably special at Bob's Burgers.
Probably, yeah. Tina probably eats that shit all the time.
She does.
Yeah, we all know
Actually,
that she
they're
does.
too good for that.
Guys.
They are way too good for that.
You know what, Brie? Don't worry. Because even Baloo can get on the action. They have pumpkin spice dog food. Not just pumpkin. Like, I get it when you have, like, okay, and it also has, like, pumpkin and shit. No, it's pumpkin spice. And you can also do pumpkin spice.
Are dogs supposed to eat cinnamon?
Right. Okay, so this was great. So, pumpkin spice, and I saw pumpkin spice, like, greenies, like, that you can give the dog. So I'm like, wait, you're trying to make their breath smell better. Why would you put pumpkin spice on their breath to make it smell better?
And why do you think your dog likes that shit?
No, because it's just like, he likes it. Baxter likes it. Okay? And they're like, okay, Nicole, whatever. They're like,
literally, because it's literally sells.
Right. So, like, the dog licks his butthole and his balls, but yeah, that's what he wants. That's what he cares.
He wants
He's like,
pumpkin spice.
I don't like that. And I'm sure there was some, divorced mother of 5 that was, like, explaining about her whole life and was just like, dude, my dog, this is the only treat he eats. It's the only
and
one.
And me too.
You're the only, he eats it. I put peanut butter on my, never mind.
On my vulva.
You didn't have to say it. Anyway.
I did because everyone
Sorry, Mom.
didn't know except they did. No one does that.
But yeah,
unless they do.
To go back to like what you were saying when you were talking about like how do you know how do your
remember that Dane Cook?
Yeah. No, I don't remember that one.
Sweet and sour sauce on my pussy.
Oh my god, I do remember that.
You don't remember that?
I do remember that.
Sorry, guys.
That came screaming back to me.
Sorry, 12-year-olds that are listening.
No, but when you're talking about how isn't that bad for dogs? But there was enough, like, so I was typing in Google, like, because I had the same question. I'm like, it was like pumpkin spice, and then I put dogs, and it was like, it had the thing, it autofilled for me, like, is pumpkin spice bad for dogs? And I was like, so enough people Googled that that's an autofill. Like, fucking assholes.
I had to Google if cashews were okay for dogs.
But that's different than pumpkin spice. God damn it.
I do.
I
want
him to
fuck,
be the
he
same.
ate a piece of cabbage. Is that okay?
And they're like, is it pumpkin spice? No, then it's fine. You're fine. And that's all I have.
Oh my god.
I told you it was short and ridiculous.
That's fine. That was hilarious and fun.
It was fun.
Well, fuck.
Gotta do a light one every once in a while.
Yeah, you do. And it was what a seasonal episode
it was a
again.
Seasonal episode, right? I like it.
God, I love fall and winter
I do love
apparently
fall.
Today.
I do love fall. Yeah, it is. It has come. Winter has come.
Did you see that video I posted on 30ish a couple weeks ago? And it was like, it was the guy on the skateboard and he was wearing a pumpkin head and he was like,
yeah, I did.
And he just poured his pumpkin spice latte on himself while he was skateboarding to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
That's accurate.
It was funny.
It is funny because that's what everyone should do. That's what they should do when they order it.
Just dump it out.
Just dump it on them.
It's perfect.
It's fine.
Well, guys, it's
about that time
again.
It's about that time.
It's about that time for us to roll the dice, see what we're going to talk about for next week's episode. Mm-hmm. And but before we do that, I would like to say hello and thank you for listening to 30ish this week.
Perfect.
We love you and we thank you. If this is your first time listening, welcome. To the shit show.
That's pretty much
welcome
correct.
to the Thunderdome. Mm-hmm. If you don't follow us on Instagram already, definitely do. THURDYISH, but I'm pretty sure you know how to spell it because you found this podcast and you're listening to it. So it's spelled the same. Surprise. Surprise. Also, if you feel inclined to give us a rate and review,
do it, please.
It always helps us, get more listeners and reach out to more people. So we appreciate those reviews that you have given us. Also, liking our posts on Instagram And following us on Instagram also gets us out to more and more people. So we appreciate all those.
Appreciate you.
Also, if you guys have a topic that you're like, they need to do this as an episode.
Yes.
Like, DM us, whatever. We enjoy your DMs and your memes that you send us because we like to repost funny memes that pertain to our topics and fucking being 30-ish.
Right.
Because it's a time of our lives.
It's a rough ride. And it's just funnier with memes and things that we just pretend that we're not 30, but it's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, thanks for hanging with us. We love you and we love doing this. So
we do.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, you guys are the best. You guys make it happen.
You really do.
You really do.
You push us forward to a new day.
Here we go.
Here we go. Number 1. That's been a while.
Right? That's nostalgia.
Nice. We do know that.
And
I think we finally, after almost a year and a half, know what our numbers are.
Last time when I was like, what's 3? But I got it now.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
5.
That's paranormal.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky ooky.
I'll have to do a Thanksgiving paranormal.
Yeah, you should.
There was a ghost in the turkey.
It was great. And it danced across the table. It's great.
It was like Beetlejuice, but with turkey.
That'd be amazing.
Jump in the line. Work your body all the time. Okay. Oh, wait. No, that's...
No, that's right.
That's the end song. The other song where the lobster comes out is...
No, that's...
Neo.
Oh, you're right.
Me said Neo. Daylight come and me one.
Another great Catherine O'Hara role. God damn it. She's a
That's basically who she is in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
But times 10.
Right. Way more times 10.
Schitt's Creek is so good.
It is so good.
Anyways, well, hopefully you're not up Schitt's Creek, and we'll see you next week. That rhymed.